Hey guys, how's it? Ibn Bele here, author of Sales Get It Right. Sorry, I'm just making some coffee. So guys, just to give you a bit of background, a while ago I had an idea to start putting down all the things that I've done in sales, where I've been successful, where I haven't been successful, business ventures that I've started, from idea to actually getting someone to buy and pay for something, and what's worked and what hasn't worked over the years. And I slowly started realizing that more and more people actually don't know where to start. Literally don't know where to start, from the point of I need to get money in my pocket to actually doing it. There was a big disconnect, hot. There was a big disconnect, and it's not that people are lazy or they're not interested. There was generally a shortage of information on I need to get a job. Now I've got the job, and I'll tell you, how I got into sales was purely out of desperation and a pure just luck. I was out of work, I needed money, and every single thing that I looked for, everything that I thought I was good at, I was good at marketing. They want a 4-year degree. I was good with people. Anything that's customer services, they wanted some sort of PR, this, honors for this. Sales was the only job and profession where there was no barrier to entry. The only thing you have to do is go to the interview, sell yourself, talk about what you're interested in, talk about why you want to get into sales, and that was it. When I got in, I still even thought, well, is this for real? Like, I'm really in. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is that a lot of sales positions don't pay well. When I say don't pay well, your boss is only gonna pay you enough for you to not move. Let me tell you what I mean. So people that are not in sales won't have a point of reference. People that are in marketing and accounts, they get paid to come into work, do their job, go home. Boom, there's your salary. In sales, you actually get paid for your productivity. You don't get paid for how many hours you've put in. I could put in 1,000 hours and not sell a single thing and still expect my boss to pay me. Never. So that's where sales gets tricky. So your boss will give you things like medical aid, things like if you need to drive around, maybe a car allowance, maybe they'll give you a phone allowance so you can call people, maybe some data, and things like provident funds and all those things. But that's about it. When all those perks and car allowance, cell phone, whatever are gone, you'll probably be left with maybe 2, 3, 4,000 rands if you haven't sold anything, which is why sales positions are predominantly commission based. Now, commission, that just means, oh, this coffee is so good. It's really gak coffee, but good gak coffee. Big, comes in a big can like this, and it's just, but it's so good. So good. Talking about coffee. Yesterday, I was listening to a podcast about this dude starting a business somewhere overseas and how he went from being bankrupt to now having the #1 selling coffee on Amazon. Google, what is it called? Deathwishcoffee.com. Check that out. Look at the merchandise they've got there. I wish there was a coffee company like that in South Africa. Just really, really cool merchandise. I don't care too much for that coffee. So the story goes that he was getting frustrated at how much coffee he was having to drink just to get his kick. Then he started looking into mixing certain brews, and he got this brew from India. It was a brew from India that was so kick-ass that he brewed it with some other Arabica and found just the right balance, and this coffee was amazing. So he named it Death Wish Coffee. If you want to die while you're still living. But it's not this. This is like regular people coffee. When I'm at work coffee. But when I really need to treat myself, I get a really kick-ass coffee. But I make sure I don't drink any other coffee for like 3-4 days. Otherwise I'll die. Anyway, so the reason why I started this platform is that I really wanted to find a way to share my experiences. There are a lot of people that are finding themselves in new jobs, in opportunities where they are required to sell, and after a month or 2 months are giving up because they really don't know what to expect. They don't know what to do. Like, no idea. A lot of companies actually don't even give you the training. The company will just say, yeah, sure, you got the job. Come in Monday and start selling. After the first month, you're not selling. They'll keep you on for the next month. You're not selling. Out the door. And the sad thing is, you end up wasting 2 months where you've earned nothing. You've just given your time away for nothing at all. The first job that I actually had was when I finished school. A friend of mine, they had a restaurant, and it was an Italian restaurant. After a year, I was like, I used to play quite a bit of rugby, and I was like, I'll take a gap year, my foot. And life started demanding things from me, like rent. Like, what are you gonna eat? Like food. So I thought, better get some work going, So I started waitering at this friend's restaurant. It was a family restaurant, nice small place, good space to learn. And what was for me really amazing was that after some time I started getting a following, as it were, where certain customers would call in and say, hey, listen, there's 6 of us coming through for Sunday lunch. Is Eben working? No, it's not working. Okay, sorry, then we're not coming. And it wasn't because I was really like this amazing person that I'm just always selling. I like treat people like, nah. It's really the bar in the restaurant trade, in the car trade, in a lot of sales positions is set so low that just by doing what you're supposed to do, take the order, put it in, you see people have glasses empty, top them up, clear the table, bring food out, remember who ordered what, how they wanted their steak, and when they come back another time, remember what they ordered last time, ask if they want the same, if they want it done the same, if they've been drinking wine, if they bring their own wine, if they don't bring their own wine, if they want it it's just those things that you start learning as you start interacting. And those were like purely things that I found by fluke. I didn't go to any school. I mean, straight out of school, I just sort of just gap yeared it, eh? Just did not much, eh? Just played rugby, club rugby. I imagine, pretty good at it. Played some provincial representative sides, and that's all I did. I mean, rugby was like semi-pro. Like, it was really like just a hobby, even for the top guys. So wasn't really paying. You just go there, you play, you get a Volschroll, get a couple of beers, chill out, get accommodation paid for by the club. I got to travel, stayed in the UK for a couple of years. So waitering for me was about, how do I give this customer such an amazing experience that by the time they have to sign and pay, if they didn't want to tip me, they would be so embarrassed, like so embarrassed that they would have to. And it happened a couple of times where I was actually pulled out all the stops. Just like, it was a table of 5 people. They just came in, didn't order a hell of a lot of stuff. But you know, when you go out to eat and your waiter is intuitive, as you're about to ask for something, like, hey, can I get you so and so? As you finish, can I remove your plate? As you just relaxed enough and just created that little bit of space for dessert. Hey, sir, we've got creme brulee tonight. Would you like some? Can I get some? Would you like to taste before you order? You know, that's how I was. And the guy that was responsible for the bill was such a douchebag. You know, I think he'd had just historically bad service, and he just was going out just to showboat, show his friends he's got money. And by the time they were done eating, bring the bill over. Already I know he's the one paying, you know, because he just grabs it, bring the bill, yeah, I'm paying. You know, when customers fight for the bill, I'll pay, no, I'll pay. And if I'm going out, I'm just sitting there, watching, I'm just looking. Yeah, so that type of guy. You know, when customers just sit there and they just argue, they're like sitting there, you bring the bill and they're like, no, Tom, I'll pay. No, I'm paying. No, I'll pay. No, like, guys, can someone just pay? You know? So I'm the dude. I'll be like, whoever, if you want to pay. But anyway, already I knew this guy was paying for the bill. And I made extra sure everything that he wanted, he got just how he wanted it. I made sure his wife got everything. Everyone on the table was extremely happy. Gets the thing, signs, no tip. So I'm thinking to myself, there's no tip there. So as I walk past, I can see he's signed, his card is ready to pay, but he's put no tip there. So I just give it a couple of more minutes, I walk away. Just to the point where they're starting to get uncomfortable now. You know, we want to leave. We haven't paid, but we want to leave. Where's this guy? He's been so good. Where is he now? Then I quickly come back. Sorry guys, I was just sorting out something in the kitchen. Blah, blah, blah. And then I brought the machine. No, so this was at the time when if someone's paying by card, you would actually take the thing away, go swipe behind the counter. There wasn't all this thing of like people cloning cards and all this crap. So instead of taking the card away, I just brought the machine to the table. Said, thank you so much. I hope you guys really had a great time. You guys look like you were having a good time. I'm really so happy that I could be part of your experience today. Everyone was glowing, like glowing. Put the thing in, put this card in, and now I'm confirming how much he's paying. I'm like, sir, the bill is 1,600 in total. Thank you guys for supporting the restaurant. 1,600 and no tip. When I said that, his face turned red, and his face turned red not because I demanded a tip. All I did was just confirm the transaction. So you've checked everything on the bill, everything's fine, yes. The total amount outstanding is 1,600. Sir, I see here you've put no tip, is that correct? As soon as I said that, everybody on the table was they were like, what? Tom, why are you not tipping? No ways. And obviously he's now not gonna be changing his mind. Is that type of person who's like, he couldn't even say anything. Everyone else felt so embarrassed that they all put money together and paid my tip in cash. Swiped the guy's card, and they were just ragging, oh, you're such a cheapskate, Tom, such a cheapskate. How could you not tip this guy? He was so amazing. He was so amazing. He was great. So the point is, your service needs to be so good that if your customer doesn't tip you, doesn't tell your boss about you, doesn't tell his friends about the service that he got, that it will be embarrassing to himself. You know, when he's like thinking, he'll be so embarrassed that he didn't compliment you, that he didn't recommend a friend. That's how good your service. You shouldn't have, like, asking for referrals is just, I think it's the biggest load of shit. I have never in my whole selling life done that. I've never phoned a customer and said, hey Peter, how's your car doing? Blah 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 blah, blah. You know, the whole that. I've never said, hey, is there someone you know that wants to buy a car from me? And I've never had to do that because I did all the work up front. I treated the guy or the lady so well that the day that they took delivery of their car, immediately phoned me and said, hey, here's Tom's number, here's Peter's number, please call them. They saw my car, they want the same car. Here's so-and-so's car. Tomorrow I'm coming by, I'll bring so-and-so's. Like, the customers were working for me in a way, without even doing anything extra. All that it was really was them recommending me to their friends, and their friends phoning me, or their friends coming in. And when I started selling cars, I mean, it was the biggest eye-opener. I could not believe how easy the money was. And when I say easy, I don't mean that you just walk in and you make money. No, you have to do certain basics to get the money, and that's it. You just do the bare minimum, you get the money. And obviously I'm not that bare minimum type of person, so I did a little bit extra, got a little bit extra money. Did a little bit extra, got a whole lot of money. I'll tell you, the first job I had in car sales, and car sales is like, it's generally in any market, the car industry is a direct indicator of where that market is. So it shows you whether people are struggling, whether people are doing well, whether there's a recession coming, whether it's good times, bad times, whatever it is. Car industry is always that indicator. So the first time I ever sold a car was at Key Delta. That's when I first started selling cars. And You know, the one thing about Key Delta is it's not good money, but it's a great place to start and to learn, because they just pump you full of training. You learn everything about every department. You're encouraged to walk around the dealership, workshop, meet the customers there, offer customers valuations, all those type of things. As a sort of process, and especially when you're still new, it's good. It doesn't matter how good you are. Doesn't matter how good you are with people. It is the best idea to have a process about your selling. What that does is it not only helps you know, okay, I started here at point A, now I'm at point C, but it also helps the customer be more at ease. You know, they know what to expect next because you've told them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at your trade-in. Once I've looked at your trade-in, I'm going to introduce you to the finance manager. Once you've chatted to them about whether you want to finance, I'm going to walk you through to the car. Once we've had a look at the car, we'll take the car for a drive. Then we'll compare how your car compares with your current car, blah, 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 blah. Whatever the steps are. So right up front, the customer knows, okay, I'm here for 20 minutes. This is going to take 15 minutes, blah, 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 blah. So, forgot now where I was going with this. Yeah, so the first car that I sold, like, I am the new guy on the floor. Everyone's sitting at their desks, busy being busy, you know. And I like literally, I really don't know what everyone was doing behind the computers, you know, just typing away. Customer walks in, and when I say to you, this guy was really like dirty, you know, was wearing shorts, and I think it was like a dirty t-shirt with some oil stains. Old guy, you know, walks in, looks around, looks under cars, and I'm thinking, oh man, is this what's going to be happening here? People are going to walk in here, look under cars, goes in, opens a bonnet. So now it's starting to get a bit weird now, because there's a guy that's on the showroom floor and no one's helping them. I'm the new guy. Like, what am I going to say to this guy? You know, he's probably going to be asking me tons of questions. I don't know what to say. I don't know the first thing about this bakkie. So I just think, shit, no one's going to help this guy. Let me go for it. I grab the brochure of this car that he's looking at. I approach him. Hey sir, so and so, how can I help? He says, no man, I want a bakkie. I said, yeah, well, there we go. Are you looking for a small engine, big engine? So now I'm trying to regurgitate all the information that I've been learning from this brochure, you know, about the 1.4 DTI, and how it's good on diesel, how it comes in sport, and this and that. As I was like talking, this guy is just unimpressed. He just says, no man, I just want a petrol one, and I don't want anything added. I don't even want a radio on it. And in my head, I remembered earlier that we've got a car like that just arrived, that's in our basement, just got cleaned, waiting to come onto our floor. Quick thinking, I said, so we've actually got a vehicle that arrived just yesterday. The guys they've literally just polished it to put it on the floor. This just might be the car you're looking for. Do you mind if we go downstairs and have a look at it? Oh, the guy was so happy, like someone excited about a plain Jane car. What? Plain Jane? Took him downstairs, showed him the car. He said, brilliant. I'm going to come back in 3 hours. Please prepare this car for me. Put some mats and whatever. Put all of this in. I'll go speak to your finance guy. We'll sort everything out. Literally, in 20 minutes time from when the guy walked in, he'd seen the car that he wanted. He was happy with the car. Already in the finance office, Everything was done and dusted, approved. Like, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, that was my first sale. And the lesson for me there was never judge a book by its cover. And we say it all the time, like all the time. Doesn't matter what the guy's wearing. He could have literally broken down and just thought, let me just walk, I'll just go find a car. Or he could have been working in the garden. Maybe he was bored at home and he thought, I need another car. Whatever it is. Maybe it was laundry day. Maybe he just looks dirty. Just people that are just like that. Just life. Never judge a book by its cover. Treat every single customer that comes to your shop, every customer that phones you, that messages you, as if he is there to buy. Because he is there to buy. And that for me was the biggest, and I'm actually so glad it happened on my first sale. Every single sale after that has been exactly the same. Listen to what the guy wants. Advise him based on you being an expert on how what he wants matches what you have. And if you don't have, like for instance, the guy might have wanted like a turbo, whatever, you don't have. So you're looking for something that's got a lot more power. Our vehicles do ABC, and that's all they do. If you're looking for something like that, I can show you but it sounds like, and looking at the car you arrived in, sir, it looks like you're looking for something that's a little bit more higher performance or a little bit more kick. I can't offer you that. Lose the sale. It's fine, lose it. It's okay. And you're not chasing the customer away. So let me grab your details. Maybe once you found the car, or maybe you won't find that car, maybe you'll reconsider, whatever it is. Whatever story you sell to him, get his details. Name, surname, phone number, email. That's it. Sir, I am not going to load you into a system where you just get phoned by random people. If anyone phones you, it's going to be me. If anyone emails you, it's going to be me. Own that database, that information, keep it yours until the day you leave that company. And explain to your boss, I understand that we have a system that automatically sends certain information to customers. Please, can I hold on to my customers? This is the plan I've got for them. Every week I'm going to send them an email. The email will say blah, blah, blah. Every 2 weeks I'll send them an SMS. Every 3 weeks I'll phone them. I'll send you all that record. But please, can I look after my own database? Maybe when it gets too big, then we can look at how we can incorporate them into the automated thing. But please, mister, it's critically important that you own your database. And when I say own it, it's not just physically having the database, but that your database communicates directly with you. If there are any issues, they know I can reply to this last email that Eben sent me, and it's going to get to Eben. It's not going to go to a call center or to some automated autoresponder crap thing, blah, blah. If I reply to this SMS, the last SMS Eben sent me, it's going to get to Eben himself. He's going to respond. If I call the number that Eben called me from, he's going to answer. Critical. Whatever business you are in. And I understand, especially when you're starting a business, you want to sort of outsource as many things as possible. Database, please. Even if you put it into your MailChimp or your MailerLite or whatever it is, be in charge of the sending, the receiving, the responding, specifically for your customers. I can't stress that enough. As you grow, you'll start understanding which customers really don't care about your communication. Boom, put those in autoresponder mode. There are customers that really value hearing from you, not just your company, hearing from you. And I think that's the other thing we need to also just keep remembering. It's daunting. Sales is like, in a lot of ways, it's sink or swim. And the only way that you're going to sink is if you try and be someone else. If you're a shark, be a shark. Swim in that water. If you're a polar bear and you are trying to be a American grizzly, you are going to die. If you're a dog and you're trying to swim, you'll swim for a little bit. After a while, you'll get tired and you're gonna drown. Be yourself, authentically yourself. There are thousands of customers looking for you. Someone like you, someone who talks like you, who's got that little small funny eye. When you lie, you twitch, or when you walk, you've got a limp. There are thousands of customers looking for someone just like you, because there are thousands of customers that are just like you. Maybe you've got a stutter. There are people that stutter, people that have stuttered, people that have friends that stutter. So you have a unique market. Stop trying to be someone else. Not gonna work. I tried it, worked for a while. After some time, it's too much work, man. Like you get to work and you're trying to remember now, today's Wednesday. Peter walks in on Wednesday to taste the strawberry cake, and he always wears his green shirt. I need to wear my green shirt. No, stop it. No. Just be yourself. Customers appreciate talking to people. If they wanted to talk to the same person all the time, they'd phone a call center and speak to the machine. Hello, Tom. It's no. They want to speak to people. They want to build relationships. They want to know about your family. They want you to ask about their family, to ask about their dog that they got last year at the same time as they bought their car. The daughter that's moved overseas. Ask those questions. And the easiest way to just think about sales, it's life, man. It's not about when you now at work, you just like put on, you like this person that like, you like the closer, ABC. No, you're not. You're not. Like I'm not that person. But there are people like that. Like Grant Cardone type people that will just close, that will push, get in your face. I'm not that person. But I'm extremely successful at sales. But I'm not that person. I'm not the pushy type of person. And I attract customers that don't need pushing. Because the customer can read. The customer can read you. They know exactly who you are. They can read. They can see you. They can feel. They've got a feel for who you are. Alright, cool. Yeah. I just had to take that call. Duty calls. See ya. Bye. So just remember, just be yourself, man. We're not all these always closing high, super like have your energy. You are your own energy. Like when you're excited. Your customers will know when you're excited. Stop trying to be that guy that closes like 100 deals a day, that's got an assistant. I actually tried that. There's a stage when I was selling cars that I was starting to get my repeat customers. So your repeat customer would be someone that buys maybe in year 1, and in year 3 they need to change. I was getting so many of them, like I was doing like 15 cars, 10 cars, which was a lot then. Apparently now people are like doing like 20, 30, 40 cars. Like, oh, my head hurts just thinking about it. But you're not that guy. So just stop it. Stop trying to be that guy. And for me, I started learning that, hey, some of these customers that are coming back to me are not actually my customers. They're not a fit for me. And it's only after some time that you'll start finding that balance. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't rush it, you know. So I just wanted to chat about a little bit of that, a little bit of where I'm coming from with this. I've written a book. It's got all this information in there. But where I think we should start, which is going to be the next video that I'm going to put together, is something called, it's actually a concept that I've recently found out about. I've gone deep on it, and it is the most cornerstone thing that, like, before you do anything, you know, even if you say to me sales is not for me, I hate sales, I'm going to start my business, like, whether you're starting a business, if you're starting that new job, if you've been moved from being admin to being sales, if you are now front of house, if you are now pitching things to investors, you starting a side hustle, you need to sell, dude. There's no getting around it. You need to sell. So this is where you start. Start by Googling the word Ikigai, spelled I-K-I-G-A-I. On our next session, I'm just gonna go a little bit deeper into what Ikigai is and why it's so important. So this is your prep. Like, I'm giving you homework now. This is your homework. Yes, I've always wanted to do that. Yeah. So guys, this is your homework. Google Ikigai. Find all the YouTubes, whatever it is that you find online. Just immerse yourself. Read up about it. Understand what it is, so that the next time we meet, we are sort of on the same page. You know, I'll spend a little bit more time on breaking down the Ikigai and how you can make it for you, because with everything, it's like cars are cars, but how do you make the car for you? You know, cake is cake, but how do you find that perfect cake? You know, that strawberry cake with cream and chocolate, and we personalize it for yourself. Right, guys? Check you later. Peace. Okay, I need an outro. Like, do I say shop shop? Do I say adios, hasta la vista? Okay, guys, bye. Ikigai.